the flat position, the microphone reception is from all around and from a longer range, say up to about 2 meters range. So as long as it's sitting within that when it's one in an upright position, then it picks up directionally just more from your voice. Yeah, and then
that's pretty fancy.
So I think we won't ever talk maybe in that sense, because already I feel really confident here that you're gonna already be turning on and off. So I might just we'll reintroduce the conversation pending on who she has for grade 1. Because if they're not good about that's what I worry about, is if they're not good with that, either they should wear two transmitters, and some teachers have, or have the sound field so that they can hear their voice, and then you know when you turn it off.
I need to.
yeah.
And so I don't know if you're a perfect person. So, and then that's where, Charlotte, if you notice that it's, you know, if it's not been put back on, because sometimes it's easy to remember to turn it off, but then you get talking to the whole group and you forget to turn it on. But and then you guys come up with a system, you know, like, hey, you know, FM, or, you know, or you just do an F or whatever signal. F. Yeah, so if you just wanted to do an F.
Yeah, down the road it might be a good idea to train Crystal herself to know some hand gestures. So in case something's not working properly for her, she can just do like that rather than having to come up to you while you're...
And you know what? I keep calling it FM because I'm old.
Me too, actually.
Because it's frequency modulation was the old term, but now these are digital, so it's actually DM.
Oh, yeah, I'm changing the names myself. Sometimes I use DM,
D, yeah. Or you know, or it might even just be the sign on, like turn it on. Yeah, on. Yeah, off. On,
would be good too.
On, off. Yeah. So maybe, it wouldn't.
Maybe that one?
Yeah, on. So if you do that, then you're going, oh yeah, and then you turn it on instead of.
You wouldn't just do that.
Yeah.
I try to remember.
We're gonna practice the signs too.
Yeah.
So with usage, it would be best for the teacher to wear it most of the time. So if you're working with Crystal most of the time when you're right beside her, she can hear you just fine, even in a noisy classroom. Because if you're sitting beside her or standing next to her, you don't need to be wearing it for her to hear you. So ideally, it should be worn by Mary most of the time. But then if you take her out of the classroom and it's a noisy hallway, then you can try using it to see if she can hear you better.
But basically I would mostly use it just in the morning for the test and like all that, and then
pass it on.
Yeah, maybe that would be a good system. Yeah, show her to do the testing, and then I kind of take the rest of them, kind of doing the routines. And
Yeah, that sounds like a good system. So with charging, it's similar to a cell phone. So basically, there's this USB. You can also charge it by plugging into a laptop if that's more convenient. But otherwise, this plugs into there, and that plugs into the bottom of it. So it would be best to turn it off first before you charge it. And to turn it off, so whenever the screen goes black, it's a screensaver, right? Instead of pressing that, which would mute the mic, you would just do one quick press to activate the screen again. And so right now it goes into screensaver, just quick press, and then turn it off by pressing and holding for about 3 seconds, and then tap on yes. So that's to turn it off, and then when it's off, you would just put that.
And I'm sure this cheat sheet has all those.
Yeah. So it takes 2 hours for it to charge fully, and one full charge lasts about 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours, depending on how busy the sound environment is. There's this extra cord as well, so if Crystal needs to hear directly from a computer or a tablet, you can plug this directly into the device. So this plugs into there, the other end plugs into the headphone jack or the audio out, and that sends the signal directly into her ears. So you need to go back to your class now.
it's about to get pretty crazy.
Oh yeah? This are the retention covers. So Cochlear made this because people started having issues with it staying on. Okay. So mostly because people weren't really plugging in properly. So I would say as long as you can get this tight and secure, you don't really need this. But you can try it out to see if you like it. It's basically a retention band that helps hold it in place. So it depends on how active Crystal is, because she'll be wearing this out in even recess and lunch, right? So she's doing the playground, monkey bars, and and you think there might be a chance that it could fall out, you can use this just to hold it on better. So if you decide to use it, you can incorporate into the routine to just put it on in the morning, every morning, and then take it off at the end of the day. If you'd like to try that.
All the classmates. There's Crystal.
Seem right, or you can make it a habit to do it say every Monday morning, so about once a week, or wait till problem happens. That's because I know it's not that practical to do it on a daily basis. So,
but it's neat to hear it, because then you kind of say, oh, this is it's not exactly what she is hearing, but it's closer to the yes.
So it plugs into the same accessory port. Just plug into there, and then as long as you see some lights, you know the battery is working properly. And then you would just put these earphones in your ears. I'll just put them outside of my ears just to make sure. Yeah, and then so you want to take a listen.
So that lets you hear what the cochlear hears.
So what you're hearing now are all the sounds that are getting picked up by these microphones. So the two small black dots, circles, are the microphones. So if I lightly tap on them, you will hear the tapping sound. So when you do the listening check, that's what you want to do, is very lightly tap on each microphone to make sure they both work well. You're only hearing what Crystal's hearing with the processor alone by itself, though. So to check this, you need to plug this into this middle bulb here. So this plugs into there, and then of course in order for that to work, that needs to be turned on.
Can I try that?
Yes,
to
yes.
go further?
Yeah.
If you speak now?
So it's almost if we have this.
Okay,
Yeah.
So to test that, you want to hear what it sounds like for me to be speaking into this microphone. So I'm going to, so this far away is good, because usually the teacher would be about maybe this distance from Crystal, and then if I start to mute it, you will hear the difference. So I'm talking the same way now, but with my microphone muted. So I don't know if you were hearing the difference.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn it back on again, just so you can hear the way my voice is.
And then the blue light came
back when the microphone is turned on. And we can try putting this in the flat way too, because we were talking about that conference mode. So if Crystal ever needs to hear from around the table or about 3-4 kids, that's what you can try, and that's how she will pick up her classmates. What do you think?
Yeah.
All done. All done.
All done.
That's open and close.
So I had a student that actually liked to sleep with her implants on, because she didn't like the feeling of hearing absolutely nothing. But what a nice advantage if you don't want to hear like a brother's crying.
You can just close your ears.
Yes, exactly. So Crystal's able to take everything off herself. The way she kind of yanked at it, that worried me a little bit. Carrie, does that worry you, or?
A little bit as well. But the cable is designed to come off. There's a chance that she might pull the cable a little loose.
Yeah.
So you might need to check it to make sure it's still secure. It wouldn't break too, but maybe that's the easier way for her. I would prefer that she kind of maybe remove the headband.
So maybe in a week's time, let's go over that and let me chat with Mom. And just say this is what we all as a group decided, just to maintain the cord, because it's just tiny little wires in that cable.
So Crystal, this new receiver, she can't hear me now because she took this one off. So you need this one back on your ear, so to hear me.
Can you put it on? And then just watch as Carrie just kind of. And the hair sometimes makes it probably a little bit different for the magnet to kind of.
Yes, I can hear.
You can hear me again? Good, because I was telling you a very important piece.
Okay, now you watch.
So this new receiver attaches to your processor through this way. There's a tiny hole. So there's this silver cover. You see this piece? Usually it blinks green or orange, but when it is attached to the receiver, it blinks blue. So you can put that back on your ear now.
How I remove? How? So.
Yeah, all by herself. So you can see she's not quite got it over her ear properly. So then I might just, you know, just
Yeah, that one was not exactly.
yeah. So in
was
time,
orange.
but and maybe she does it fine at home too. Like now she's busy looking around. What's Carrie getting next? And then, but so that'll be something we'll kind of keep working on. So that would be she independently puts it on properly.
No one.
This is Carrie testing out the
and a slash.
asking Crystal questions.
Okay, I'm going to stand over there now. Just keep them all around. Do you know what day of the week today is? Is it Friday? Is it Thursday?
That was something that's a move. Huh? What's that gonna move? Oh, that's a hair.
So I think she
Oh,
didn't
that's
understand
the
again, and it's not that it's not working, but
Yeah.
but that was great how she answered all the swimming
And
questions.
now, oh, that's a sky.
Okay, can you listen again to Carrie?
So I'm going to test how she hears her peers now.
Okay.
So Crystal, stay in your chair, please. When's your birthday? Do you know when your birthday is?
5.
5th?
It's 5. It's me.
Right, it's me.
It's 5 unicorn.
Year. She heard me there.
What's that yours?
So I know how loud the noise is at your ear, okay?
There's the noise simulated classroom.
Just turn on a little bit.
So this device will show the noise level.